All right, my chess champions, welcome back to another video. Before we start today, I wanted to mention that I started reading this book called Mindset by Carol Dweck. Maybe I'll throw an image up on the screen. This is an amazing book, okay? And it's amazing for chess, but also just for life. It's basically about like growth mindset versus fixed mindset. So growth mindset being like, I can grow and improve at anything I want. Fixed mindset being like, I'm either smart or I'm not, or I'm either a performer at work or whatever, or I'm not. And she goes into like so many examples of how the growth mindset, not only do the people who embody the growth mindset perform better and do better, but they're also just so much more resilient. So yeah, I really wish I had read this like 10 years ago, but it's an amazing book. I highly recommend it. A lot of my chess, I'll say resilience. I feel like I'm pretty strong mentally when I play blitz chess. Like it's very hard to get me tilted. And I attribute a lot of that, I think, to kind of the growth mindset. You know, like we're going to make mistakes and hey, that's okay. We're going to blunder here and there. You know, that's expected. That's part of the game. But also to just take those things as learning opportunities and try to learn how you can and just keep growing. So like, with the journey right now, the graph is not looking super great, guys. We got like, you know, we were going up for a little bit and then now we're kind of going down for a little bit, and that's okay. You know, my last few games, I feel like I've learned a lot through the openings and some other, you know, little tips and tricks here, and I feel like I'm getting better, and that's the goal. Because I mean, I just love chess. I love playing, and I'm so glad that some of you are enjoying the journey with me. And with that, let's start up a game. So I think I'm going to play 2 games today. Okay, opponent is 1530. Scandinavian. I'm not a huge fan of this opening as black. Just it kind of violates chess principles, and I feel like the games are kind of boring, at least in my experience. And as I mentioned in an earlier episode, I played just very boring setup against the Scandinavian. So now here. Now, I remember in the prior episode, I also questioned that, and I don't think I figured out the answer. Let's go here, because in this game, I can maybe just support it this way later on. For right now, I think I want to try and claim the more active diagonal. So yeah, they can double the pawns if they want. Okay, now let's pin here, because now this is going to be annoying. I can, if they ever move their queen, I can double their pawns, and I assume they're going to castle kingside, but maybe not, given their last couple moves. Let's just kick the bishop. If they take, that's fine. Okay, yeah, they do decide to come back. Okay, now let's get on the better diagonal. The bishop can't claim the diagonal now, which is good for us. Okay, let's just keep developing. I'm doing pretty well on time this game. Let's go here. Queen d2 is also good here, attacking, but maybe the knight comes in at some moment. Ooh, this is a problem. Two weaknesses. Can we solve this? Can we solve it? Let's go here. If they take this one, I maybe get some counterplay. So, let's take with the queen so we hold this pawn. At some point, the knight is going to come in and kick us away, but I think it's okay for now. So yeah, which rook do I move here? I guess let's move this rook. If we went this way and then go like this rook's maybe that rook would have been maybe undefended. So let's just leave this here. Bishop is undefended here. I have to watch out for this queen as well. It might be good to make a luft, make an escape square for my king soon. So yeah, bishop is hanging. They can't go here. We can just take. Okay. Oh wait. Ooh, sorry. Bishop is not hanging. Queen defends. Maybe we can like tickle the queen. Okay, let me make a luft and then do something like this, and I think we can win the bishop. I have to make a luft, otherwise they can check and almost mate me. Okay, yeah, this is a good move, but... Oh, and it stops. Okay, I think we can still win the bishop. Let's see. So this is a case where they should have solved the problem. You know, they left... Ooh, okay, good move. In between move. Although, no, I still win the bishop. I still win the bishop. They're going to win this pawn, though, which is pretty good for them, but... Yeah. Okay, we can also take... Could also check. I feel like they have to trade here. I mean, controlling the 7th rank is too strong to just let me have that, so... Okay, 1:30 on the clock. We're up 2 here. Should be able to win this one with careful play. They're going to kick this bishop eventually, so this pawn is going to be kind of weak at some point. Let's... Okay, let's just go here for now. If he comes back, I'll push now. You know, I'm not sure the exact correct setup here, but... yeah, and as always, guys, if you have any questions throughout the game, just comment below. Put a timestamp like, hey, at 5 minutes, Cody, why did you do this and not that, or whatever. Happy to discuss. Okay. How do I make progress here? How do I make progress? Oh, this was such a blunder. Oh, man. I said the thing I need to watch out for, and then I didn't register it while it was happening. Man. Oh, that was so bad. Okay, let's recover. How can we recover? All right, I need to just move. Man, that was a really bad mistake, though. Really bad. We might be losing now. These pawns are really strong. Oh, this is bad. They can kind of push and... Okay, I think if they push again, I think I can go king e2. And I think I'm okay. This is very sketchy, though. Okay, now I think we're okay. We can bring bishop in. We have a good blockade now on these pawns, so... And now I need to control the 2nd rank. Oh, well, now I can probably win this pawn. Okay, we got a chance here, guys. We got a chance. You know, I think they should have done this, but... They check, we block. Oh, I should have checked. I can't let them infiltrate. Okay, yeah. Ooh, let's set up a... We can almost mate them here. I think they have to... they can get a perpetual probably. Let's try and run and get away from the perpetual. They don't have any real threat here. Okay, they check and we have an escape out this way, so this is still a mating threat. Yeah, I don't see how they can stop it. Wow. Really nice. Really nice. And I think either way. Which way is prettier? Maybe the lonely H pawn. All right. That was a pretty nice finish there, guys. If you enjoyed that, drop a like on the video, subscribe to the channel, all that stuff. Let's look at some analysis. It was a little up and down there, a little messy. Well, let's take a look. So yeah, this is all pretty normal developing stuff. And just to back up for a second here, guys, I mean, you know, this move, like, is probably not the most efficient, but I'm not super familiar with Scandinavian and, like, what the ideas should be here. So caveat, you know, there's probably better moves and better ideas, but I'm doing the best I can here. So yeah, I probably needed to, at some point, maybe I needed to go, like, reroute this knight first so that if the queen comes in, I can maybe go, like, c3, queen d2, c2. I don't know. So maybe this is an argument for not playing d4 because, like, so when this queen b6 move happened in the game, like, now I have two pawns hanging and there wasn't a way to solve it. So I definitely messed something up here. So yeah, well, also with the knight here, it defends. So if, yeah, maybe before I did some things here, I needed to go knight e2. So this is defended. And then if they come here, I can go like rook b1. Let me back up and look at the analysis really quick here. So, they like rook e1. Queen, they say queen d3. Oh wait, no, sorry, it changed its mind. G3, h3, G3, h3, or queen d3. Yeah, I guess these are all fine because, like, now my queen is defending this pawn currently. So the problem with my move is I'm losing defense of this pawn and this is also hanging. And they exploited that. That was the best move. They say the best move is queen d3 here. Yeah, so I think they should have taken this pawn. Maybe they didn't realize this was hanging. But, yeah. Okay, let's just continue. So yeah, and just to, hopefully you guys saw this, but my threat this whole time is that there's nowhere for this queen to move along this diagonal to stay defending this bishop, right? So, like, you can't go here because of this rook. You can't go here because of the pawn. You can't go here because of the battery. So yeah, this was a really nice, there are a couple of really nice tactical ideas here in this game. This was also a really good idea by the opponent. So anytime you guys are in a situation where it's like, okay, I'm losing a piece that's hopeless, my opponent did the right thing. You look for, it's called like desperados. You look for desperate moves that maybe you can win something back in exchange. So you look for the counter threat, right? You gotta strike them back. So this is the right spirit. It just doesn't quite work because after I capture their queen and they capture my queen, now I get the bishop still. But that's the right idea. And now we're up 2 pawns. But as I mentioned here, there's going to be a point where they kick this bishop and this pawn is very weak. This is a long-term weakness for me. And I should have resolved that right away. So I considered playing rook a4 to defend, but I liked having the rook on the 7th rank because it keeps the king out of the game. But in retrospect, maybe I should have. So let's see. What does computer say in this position? They like king g3, king g1. I don't really see how those are going to make progress. I guess with king g3, if they check, you can block. So maybe I should have done that in the game. They also like f3. Okay. Okay, so in this position, I needed to play rook a4. This is what the computer says, and yeah, I agree, because they're gonna remove your defender. So you know, I was talking about something else, and then I lost focus, I think, and so that was a very critical, very crucial mistake there, because now they have one pass pawn, but you know, they have a lot of options here. That, you know, now it's not so clear that I'm winning. Whereas, you know, a few moves ago, I think I have a pretty solid advantage. And here, you know, with time struggle, I'm trying to just kind of shuffle around. They start to try to push this pawn. And yeah, this also was critical. You know, how are you going to stop this pawn? So you can't bring the bishop in because the rook defends. But that's what you want to get the bishop here and like try to blockade these pawns from advancing. That's what you want to get in these positions. And eventually we got that. But it took a little while. So yeah, once we get to here now we're pretty solid. If they push, we just take. So we blockade the pawn. You want to get the king in front of the pawn to blockade. And now I'm just winning the pawn. So they probably should have gone, yeah, computer says f5, so like let's say you do this, I go here, you go here. Now the pawn is defending. Even if I try to remove your defender, this is still defending, and this is so much stronger than what happened in the game. I mean, having these two connected pawns, like I still probably have the advantage according to the computer, because I'm up material, but like two connected passed pawns are very strong, and I would say this is not a clear win. Especially like the king is going to come and like defend this. I don't see how you can like win this pawn super easily. I think you probably have to like evacuate the bishop and then get the king here and then like come in with the rook. Okay, yeah, I guess that's the winning plan. But, you know, not everyone would see that. You know, that's, yeah. So back to the game. And we win the pawn. Now you still got to be careful. So they were threatening to check and then win skewer and then win this pawn. So I had to go rook here to defend. I could have also like moved my king somewhere maybe, but this seems better. Ooh, they didn't like my move here. Why is that? Oh, because now they had rook a2 check. Ooh, yeah. Okay, I dodged a bullet there. So they wanted rook c4 check here. Well, actually, no. But I mean, after I did this, I knew I could drop back if they checked me, so I wasn't that worried. So I don't see like what's the issue if they check, you just block. Oh, but I guess. So this goes back to what I said earlier, where I should have checked here immediately because now the king infiltrates and gets to these pawns. So you know, there's a lot of tricks here, guys. This is a lot of stuff going on. But, yeah, bishop f2 check. Rook g7 was the top move. We're just putting them in the trap here, guys. This is a checkmate right there. Even if they try to push, I mean, we just take and this is still mate because the rook covers this. So, yeah, I think once we got them in this, it's just game over. I mean, yeah, I mean, the computer, I think, is probably going to have you, like, sack for this. Let's see. King e3. f5. Oh, interesting. f5. So that way, then, you have more support on this. Wow. But then we can take here and we maybe win some stuff. Wow, that's a crazy defense though. Crazy defense. But as played in the game. Now here, guys, you got to be really careful when you jump into a position like this with your king where they can hit you with the rook. This can be checkmate in a lot of scenarios. So I had to be very careful. Like, okay, if they do that, I have my escape square here. Like everything's all good. But just in general, you need to be cautious of like moving your king into positions where you have very few legal moves. That's what we try to do to them, right? We lock them in the box here, and we've got all these things coming in. So you have to be careful of walking into things like this. But yeah, in this case, we just sidestep, and it's just game over. Let's look at this mate one more time. Beautiful. Beautiful. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed that one. That was one of the more fun games, I would say, so far. And I'll see you in the next one, which we're going to start right now.